Marilyn Monroe kept her sister a secret for a reason. The world learned about Marilyn's sister only after her death. The two looked almost alike. At first, Marilyn disguised her sister as her secretary. Then she started lying about not having any family. Let's find out why. Marilyn's mother, Gladys Pearl Baker, was a troubled woman. At 15, she married John Newton Baker. They had 2 children, Bernice and Robert. Because John was abusive, Gladys left him. Her son was 1, and her daughter 2 at the time. John kidnapped his kids and raised them in his native Kentucky. Gladys just moved on. She started a workplace romance and gave birth to Norma Jean, better known as Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn's father wasn't a part of her life. Her mother struggled with illness, so Marilyn was placed in foster care. She spent her entire childhood in orphanages. Marilyn was in the dark about her extended family. Her half-siblings barely knew their own mother, let alone her. They only had a photo of Gladys in their dresser. Things took a new turn in 1938. Gladys sent her firstborn daughter, Bernice, a letter. The 19-year-old girl found out that she had a sister who was 12 at the time. The two started exchanging letters and pictures. They signed off with, "Your sister." The girls bonded over their childhood trauma. Marilyn learned that her half-brother, Robert, had died from kidney failure at 14. It took the sisters 6 years to finally meet. In 1944, Marilyn traveled to Detroit to visit Bernice and her husband. She was already married herself. Marilyn spent all of James Doherty's allotment money on a train ticket. Bernice recalled how she first saw her estranged sibling.
There was no chance of missing her.
The other passengers were ordinary, but Marilyn was this tall, gorgeous girl. The sisters took a stroll in the city together. They shared stories. Marilyn revealed that she'd had a dresser door for a crib. Bernice showed her sister a single photo of their mother. From then on, they would regularly visit each other. Marilyn would cook meals for the small family. She liked to serve peas and carrots because they were bright. Once Marilyn's career took off, she tried to lend her sister a studio job. She often pretended that Bernice was her secretary. The more famous Marilyn grew, the more attention her family attracted. Strangers started showing up at Bernice's apartment. Marilyn decided to stop this intrusion and came up with a story. She told the press that she was an orphan. In reality, Bernice was her shoulder to cry on. In 1961, Marilyn underwent cholecystectomy and surgery for endometriosis. She spent weeks hospitalized and severely depressed. Marilyn's ex-husband Joe DiMaggio, Frank Sinatra, and Bernice took care of her. Bernice was worried about all the pills Marilyn was taking, but her sister would shrug it off, saying,
"I need my sleep."
Marilyn Monroe died in 1962, age 36. Her sister helped pick out her casket and burial dress. Bernice Baker also broke her silence. She revealed who her sister had been. Marilyn had left her $10,000 in her will. In 1994, Bernice Baker Miracle published a memoir. It was called simply My Sister Marilyn.